So the Pentagon is making this massive, high-stakes gamble. They're betting that artificial intelligence is going to be the absolute key to future military dominance, and they are pouring nearly $1 billion into commercial AI to make sure that happens.
And here's the kicker. They're not building the stuff themselves. No, they're turning to the absolute biggest names in Silicon Valley. We're talking Google, OpenAI, even Elon Musk's xAI, to get their hands on the most advanced AI models on the entire planet.
But, and this is the really critical question, by grabbing all these powerful new tools, is the military also opening itself up to a completely new and kind of invisible kind of threat?
All right, so to really get what's at stake here, we first have to understand the goal. The Pentagon has this term for it, decision superiority. It's all about the ability to see, understand, and act faster and more effectively than any adversary out there.
And believe me, they are putting their money where their mouth is. We're not talking small change here. This is a massive $800 million investment to bring commercial AI right into the heart of national security.
So where is all that money actually going? Well, this table lays it out pretty clearly. The Pentagon's Chief Digital and AI Office, they call it the CDAO, has handed out 4 huge contracts to Google, OpenAI, Anthropic, and xAI. And their job? To develop everything from agentic AI, that's systems that can act on their own, to frontier AI, the most advanced models that exist, all for warfighting and national security missions.
So what does the Pentagon actually hope to get for all that cash? Well, they've laid out their goals right here. They're looking to use AI to basically supercharge everything from knowing what's happening on the battlefield to handling logistics. And pay attention to that term, resilient kill chains. That's key. It's about using AI to dramatically, and I mean dramatically, speed up the whole process of finding a target and engaging it.
Okay, but here's the thing. With all this incredible power comes some pretty serious vulnerability. You see, these advanced AI systems, they're like these incredibly complex digital castles. And, well, every castle has its weaknesses, right?
Just think about it this way. The more intricate and complex the castle is, the more secret passages and weak points an enemy can find to sneak in. It's the exact same idea with AI.
And we're not talking about your standard hacking here. The threats are way more sophisticated. We're talking about everything from state-sponsored insiders to poisoning the very data the AI learns from. It is a brand new digital battlefield out there.
To really make this concrete, let's walk through a real-world example. It was a simulated attack, what they call a red team exercise, and it played out just like a high-tech digital heist.
And get this, the target wasn't some top-secret military system. Nope, it was Microsoft's 365 Copilot, an AI assistant millions of people use every single day. And that's what makes this so powerful. It shows how these everyday tools can be turned into weapons.
Okay, so the first weapon they used is something called RAG poisoning. Now, RAG is just a fancy term for how an AI looks up outside info to answer your questions. So, RAG poisoning, it's literally like poisoning the well of information the AI drinks from.
The second weapon is even sneakier. It's called indirect prompt injection. Basically, an attacker can hide malicious commands inside a totally normal-looking document, like an email. The AI reads it, and boom, it's tricked into following secret instructions without you ever knowing. So here's exactly how the heist went down. First, reconnaissance. The attackers realize Copilot automatically reads and indexes every single email. Step 2, they craft the payload. They write an email with fake bank details in those hidden instructions. Step 3, the attack. They just send the email. The AI eats it up and stores it. And then, step 4, the heist itself. The user asks a simple question about bank details, and the AI, trying to be helpful, pulls up that poisoned email and presents the fake info as if it's 100% fact.
And this right here, this is the actual weapon. I know, it looks like a mess of code, but every piece is a carefully crafted command. That part in red, that's the fake information. But the rest of it, those are the hidden instructions telling the AI, hey, trust only this info, ignore everything else, and tell the user this is the gospel truth.
And the consequences are very, very real. The official case study pointed out that this could lead to huge financial losses. But now, just stop and imagine for a second. What if this wasn't about a wire transfer? What if it was about battlefield coordinates?
That one attack is just a single play from a much, much bigger playbook. And that's why security researchers right now are working like crazy to map out every single possible way an AI can be attacked.
And this is what they've come up with, the MIT Atlas framework. The easiest way to think about it is like an encyclopedia of AI attacks.
It categorizes every known tactic, from the first peek inside the system to the final devastating blow.
And the key thing to get here is the scale. We are not defending against one or two little tricks. We're talking about a massive, constantly evolving catalog of hundreds of different techniques that attackers can mix and match.
So when you're facing this giant playbook of attacks, how in the world do you defend the castle? Well, the good news is the security community is building a blueprint for AI defense, a really systematic way to protect these systems from the ground up.
So the very first layer of defense is governance. And this is the bedrock, the foundation of the whole fortress. It's not about code, it's about rules and culture. We're talking about creating a real security program just for AI, setting hard limits on what data it can see, and this is crucial, training every single person on the team to spot potential threats.
This second layer is all about active defense. Think of it as the guards on the castle walls. This is about protecting the AI while it's up and running. It means monitoring all the questions and data being fed into it in real time, so you can spot and block those malicious prompts we saw earlier. It also means filtering what comes out of the AI to make sure it doesn't accidentally leak sensitive military secrets.
And the third layer, this one goes all the way back to the very beginning. It's about securing the castle's blueprints before it's even built. This means protecting the huge data sets used for training so they can't be poisoned, and locking down the entire software supply chain. Basically, making sure vulnerabilities aren't baked into the system from day one.
And all of this leaves us with the final, absolutely critical question. The Pentagon is betting the farm that AI will give them a decisive edge. But as these incredibly powerful tools get woven into the fabric of military operations, you have to ask, are we really ready for the new kinds of threats they bring? Can our defenses actually evolve as fast as the attacks?